It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, August 5th, 2021, 7 a.m.
Good morning,
and
sir.
You're back again.
Yes, sir.
Yay.
Scooter's got CPR
Something.
class.
Yeah, he does.
He's going to learn to save a life.
I didn't know he had a heart.
Oh.
I'll get a nasty text on that.
Take these glasses off there. Looks a little funny. No, that's a good thing to learn. I learned that back in 9th grade. And at the very end of the class, they wanted somebody to come out in front of everybody and perform it. And if you did it perfectly, you went from a 90%, because everybody got a 90%, to 100.
And you did it.
And I didn't.
And you didn't.
I didn't. No, but I could have, because the teacher was like, David, you're going to come. And I'm like, I'm not doing it in front of 50 people. No. But
Who finally did it?
It was a good class. I don't remember. That was in 9th grade.
It's just a few days ago, right?
You know, yeah.
Yeah, CPR training. Oh, good. Yeah.
Right.
Fun. I'm resetting the weather computer for the 4th time this morning.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, this is a great radar, but boy, you got to keep it refreshed. My goodness. Well, good morning. Welcome Down on the Corner program. Thursday, August 5th. What is it, 7:01 already? My goodness. Where has the year gone?
Yeah.
Just
it's gone. How it's. My dad always said that it would go by faster and faster every year. Would go by faster and faster, and yeah, he's not kidding. Because you say 9th grade, I can't even do the math. That was what, 25 years ago?
Yeah.
25 years since 9th grade. That's crazy. I know you don't have to say your number.
Thank you. How many years since what grade?
9th grade.
Been 49 for me.
49 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No joke.
Flies by, buddy.
You know, and people say, well, I've got this old car. Can you help me out with? Oh, sure. What it was, a 1994 Chevy. Well, that's a new car.
Right?
It's a 94.
Yeah. Yep. I remember selling 94 Chevys.
Yeah. Come to me with a 52 Hudson. Now we're talking old cars.
Right.
It's amazing how time just, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Anyway,
yep.
Welcome to Down on the Corner. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. You can do the same thing. 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening, you can get it at Baxter Regional Medical Center's main entrance lobby. Of course, COVID-19 is going crazy out there, so be careful out there. Follow the COVID-19 guidelines as well. Then you got Bomber Boulevard's a drive-through, and you got 62 East Plaza area out in front of Anytime Fitness, a drive-through out there. You go through on either side of the coffee barn there, and they'll get you the best coffee in town.
Yes, sir.
They've got mochas, lattes, frappuccinos, and for your coffee, pumpkin spice, French vanilla. You name it, they got it. They can mix it.
Deliciousness.
Yes. Say it again.
Deliciousness.
Okay, I'll let you say that. I'd have to re-iron my tongue to get the wrinkles out of that one. Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations, and they're ready to serve you the best coffee in town. You know, if you have to go into the hospital, of course, you got to go according to the guidelines there. But you can drive through Bomber Boulevard, and it's right there by Acumen Audio, and then you got 62 East Plaza out in front of Anytime Fitness. Mm-hmm. And like I say, the mochas, the lattes, the frappuccinos, the pumpkin spice, the French vanilla, whatever you want, the espresso shot.
Right.
Everything you
Caramel
need.
macchiato.
Yeah. I bet his would be good.
It is.
Yeah.
I've had it.
Have you?
Deliciousness.
I bet it. There's that word again. You'll have to write that one down.
Right.
So
It is really good. They have great coffee.
Oh, they do?
They really do.
Hey, stop by and have coffee with us sometime. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive, where Pizza Hut, Pizza Inn, take that road north. We're on the right-hand side. Meat shop's behind the curtain over here.
Right.
Yeah, you can smell the hamburger.
Have some coffee with us, and then when they open, go get you a slab of meat.
There you go. Yeah, Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations. Like Mike says, hey, man, we are real coffee. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to park at the grocery store to go inside to get coffee. You get the real coffee at Brewed Awakening. So just drive through. Want it at home? They'll grind you a half pound, 1 pound, pound and a half or more in beans. Yep. Or just grab a bag of beans and
do it
grind them at home.
Mm-hmm. That's what my wife likes to do. She loves to grind them at home.
Really?
At home.
Home.
I was good. We went to the store. We got some at Wally World, and I said, here's your bag. And she goes, they're not whole beans. And I was like, she's like, I like to grind them.
Really?
I want them that fresh.
That fresh. Can't beat that.
And Brewed Awakening can sell it to you that fresh.
A little bit more money with Brewed Awakening, what it would be at the grocery store. But I think it's worth the money.
Right.
You know, spend a little extra, get the best stuff. Brewed Awakening coffee. Seriously, Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations, and they're ready to serve you today. So stop by Brewed Awakening Coffee.
Yes, sir.
All right. Check them out. The best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and his staff do a great job all the time. Tell you what, he had that little coffee hut, coffee barn right there by across the highway from Flashbacks, right there on the curve. And now look what he's built into 3 major networks of coffee.
Major arteries.
Major
of Java.
I'll make a note of that one. Deliciousness.
Deliciousness arteries of coffee.
Are we being a little artistic today? Wow.
Yeah,
Check them out. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, you talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone there can help you, or perhaps someone else there that I don't know about. They can help you just the same. Roller Funeral Homes, caring, loving, understanding. They get you through a very, very difficult time. What do I do? You know, someone's passed away. It could be a family member, friend, loved one, whatever it may be. And they'll take care of it. Just let them handle it. And they'll just bend over backwards to serve you all across the state and in western Tennessee. Roller Funeral Homes is a tough job, but they do it so well.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. I literally don't. I just don't know how they do it. But on a daily basis, unbelievable. Roller Funeral Homes, with all respect, don't forget about pre-planning. At any of the 29 in the state of Arkansas can help you with pre-planning arrangements through Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes, let's pause now for our morning prayer. Oop. Once I get my glasses back on here. Heavenly Father, how ironic that on the day we visit with Sheriff Montgomery, I just happened to wear a blue shirt. And I'm glad it worked out that way because I fully support our police. Lord, some need to be reminded that the police are not the enemy. They enforce the law. Another reminder is that to avoid a visit from the police, don't break the law. But when national politicians call for defunding the police, they're not looking after the best interests of law-abiding citizens. And I guess Nancy Pelosi thinks her whiskey bottle is a better weapon to fight crime. But Lord, it's all about respect and obedience that started in your holy scriptures. It's in Exodus chapter 20, and it's called the 10 Commandments. 10 rules to follow, and we messed that up. So Lord, my prayer today is help us to follow your rules and your commands and to be obedient. It's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. What a trumpet. Woo. Mm-hmm. Woo. Mm-hmm. We're going to hear you on the Tonight Show.
Yeah. No.
No. No.
No, I can't do any of them late time shows. They're just...
I haven't watched any of those
so
in
out
forever.
there. It's not like it was back in the day.
It's not Johnny Carson or Jay Leno.
No. No. I mean, my wife loves Jimmy Fallon, but we don't watch him.
Yeah.
Just when she does, she really enjoys watching him. Yeah. And he was the last one to lead into all the political realm where it got more serious than funny. Yeah. And then ratings started going down.
Oh.
And so he went into that realm. But I don't know now that President Trump is out, but yeah, it's
I haven't
like
watched
it. It's just, yeah.
I haven't watched it in years. Wow.
So no.
Anyway.
I'll do it on this show.
Huh?
I'll do it on this show.
Okay.
That's it. You get the exclusive.
I get the woo, woo, so honored. Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. The website retiretoarkansas.net. And it's time to take a look at the White River.
It's beautiful.
Hey, looky there. Wow.
Perfect shot today.
Boy, it really is. Wow. The camera's in Marion County, Arkansas, looking into Baxter County, Arkansas on the other side of the river. The 62-412 highway bridge on the left side of the screen right there. You see the baseball park and railroad museum right there. And the little clearing in the city of Cotter in Baxter County, Arkansas. Of course, a beautiful White River coming through north central Arkansas. You can go to retiretoarkansas.net and check out all the listings with the Z Team while you're enjoying looking at the river. And I might add, if David will wiggle that mouse a little bit on that computer over there, you'll see the little camera icon at the lower right-hand side of the screen. You click that, and it'll take a still frame from the live video. This is a live stream. Watch it 24/7 if you'd like to.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to watch a thunderstorm come across and watch the lightning and stuff like that form. And it's a beautiful, beautiful shot. And right dead center at the horizon, you're actually looking at the Missouri state line right there. So check it out, retiredarkansas.net. Be sure to check out all the listings with the Z Team and Century 21 Lemac Real Estate, and all the MLS numbers are listed as well in this MLS service area, both in Arkansas and Missouri. So either state, you can call the Z Team right now at 870-405-0793 and say, hey, I need to sell my house, I'm looking to buy a house, whatever it may be. The Z Team, with all of their awards, continue their outstanding service both before the sale, after the sale, during the sale, the follow-up. And
years from now.
And years from now, you know. You hire the Z Team, you get the professional team of Bob and Linda Zadora, plus you get 2 more friends.
That's right.
They came into our area about 20 years ago and just joined the fun. Hey, where can we fit in? What can we do to help? There you go. And I tell you what, they've really helped a lot of people. They really have. So give them a call today, 870-405-0793. The Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora Realtors, you'd recommend to a friend. I do it every day. Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Look at this, August 5th. We're at 64 degrees. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
Woo. Harrison checks in at 65, 60 at Batesville. Wow. That's pretty cool.
59 at Salem.
Wow. Is it really? Yeah, 59 at Salem, 63 at Marshall, 63 at Yellville, 63 at Mountain View, 59 at West Plains, 66 at Springfield. Poplar Bluff at 59, 59 in St. Louis. Look at this. 57 degrees at Watford City, North Dakota, to put that in contrast between the southern part of the country and the northern part. Wow. These are some nice temperatures in the morning.
Yes,
You'll miss it next week when it heats back up. Ooh. On the radar, scattered showers all throughout the country. Not a lot of rain, but just hit and miss from here and there. Nevada, Oregon, Idaho, Montana with some shower activity, and we've got some in Minnesota. Down into Iowa, kind of a low pressure right there where you see that circular motion right there. From Kansas City to the east of Des Moines, north of Des Moines, and west of Des Moines. And it just kind of went around there, and then you kind of see it trail all the way down into Oklahoma. Then other shower activity off the eastern seaboard there, the east coast, with some showers from Florida to Maine, but it's all out in the ocean. Then we come down here to southern Texas and getting some showers down around the San Antonio area down into Mexico right there. And so we'll take a look at Arkansas and see if we can pick up anything at all this morning. What do we have here? Not seeing too much at all.
No.
I think we're all clear.
Beauty day.
Huh?
Beauty day.
I'll tell you what, look at that. Highway 62, 412 east and west is clear as a bell. Highway 65 to Branson. Little Rock, Searcy, Batesville, Pocahontas on Highway 67, 167. Looks good there. And, wow, Interstate 30, 40, 49. What am I missing? 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530 in Arkansas are all clear right now. Wow. And then you see I-40. I-40 bridge is open, so I-40, Little Rock, Memphis, Jackson.
Bet they're loving that.
Oh, don't you know? Get
Loving
that bridge reopened. Wow. Looky there. I-49 at Fayetteville. No showers there. State of Missouri. We do have showers in northern Missouri, but southern Missouri, Poplar Bluff west on 160 to Branson, 60 west to Springfield. Highway 67 to St. Louis in good shape right there. Then you get in the northern part of the state around I-70 to the west part, west-northwest of St. Louis. A little bit of a shower going on there. Columbia, Missouri. And a little bit of heavier showers in north-central Missouri, north of I-70. Maybe a few showers on I-70 to the east of I-35. And I think Highway 63 around Kirksville down to Columbia would be probably the only highway that's really, really affected over than once over here in northwest Missouri, I should say. Southern Illinois, I-64 east, East St. Louis, Illinois east on 64, I-57 down to Cairo, Paducah, Kentucky, and I-24. You see Union City, Tennessee, and US 51. With no shower activity at all right now. No watches or warnings for Arkansas or Missouri right now. Fog around the Memphis, Tennessee area. That'll affect a little bit in West Memphis. Other than that, nothing else going on. 7-day forecast, high of 85 today, 86 on Friday. Saturday it warms up to 91. Then Sunday summer returns. We're looking at 94 and 96 and, you know.
Wonderful.
Here comes summer.
Right. It always falls on the weekend. Like the rain falls on the weekend, the heat wave. On the weekend. Always.
It's that pattern. You're getting a pattern.
Right.
Checking iDrive Arkansas, we've got everything moving well in the state. Little Rock, Memphis, Jonesboro, Fort Smith, Bentonville, Texarkana, everything in good shape there. We'll take a look at Mountain Home real quick. Cardinal Drive. Have some traffic at the light right there, but minimal amount of traffic. Looks like about 5, 6, 7 vehicles coming up. You see Century 21 Lemac Real Estate right over here. And traffic moving pretty easy through the stoplight there at Cardinal and 62. Highway 5 North, we'll take a look at that main junction. Don't forget about Arkansas Department of Transportation and the repave 5 North the Missouri State line and Highway 5 South. Give them a break. Slow down. Guys, I tell you what, 5 South, I saw some people barreling through there the other day. And some of the workers are going to get hurt if we don't slow it down, plan ahead, take the time, help RDOT out. They're doing a great job on these highways, so just be careful.
Right.
Highway 5 North at 201, everything looks good there. A little bit of traffic, but everything's moving well. And Highway 62, good morning, Sheriff. And I love this shot here. You can see Baxter Regional Medical Center along the mountains. You see Clay Maxey Chevrolet right here. Look, minimal amount of traffic on the east side of town this morning. Yeah, not bad at all. So
The gates will open, though.
Oh, yeah, it'll get busy. All right, Missouri Department of Transportation, just maintenance items in some construction areas between here and I-44 and I-55, so plan your route accordingly. And give them a break, slow down. Arkansas, Missouri, give the workers a chance to get their jobs done. Norfolk Lake at 565.65, it's 13 2/3 feet above 552. Bull Shoal sitting at 687.85, 20 feet above 659. Current pollen index 6.7 today, 7.1 tomorrow. Grasses and plankton are going to be the culprits there. Crude oil checking in at 68.19. It's dropped about $3 or $4 a barrel in the week, which will help us at the pump next year sometime.
Right.
Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 323 yesterday, closing at 34,792.67. Hey, don't forget about, once it loads, Web and Paper Design. Give this guy a call right here, 405-4433.
405-4433.
Let me go to the home page because it's a really cool home page. And, oh, my computer's moving so fast today. That is a very cool web page, and he does all kinds of designs, and boy, he'll help you out. He did a great thing for Reynolds Media.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
Right.
That was so cool.
I'll have that on the website today.
All right. Yeah, we'll share that later on. All right. We need to take a break. It's come up on 7:18. Sheriff John Montgomery is our guest today, so we will be right back. All right.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
$7:20, we want to welcome Baxter County Sheriff John Montgomery.
Good morning, sir.
Good to see you. Good to see you. A little bit sad today, but I don't know if you see it on Facebook. We lost an officer, and our thoughts and prayers with the family. And devastating. I had no idea. I just found out. Well, Bob Reckenwald was here just before 7. Says, told us, and so thoughts and prayers with the Sheriff's Department this morning.
Yeah, Deputy Jim Morgan passed away this morning at the hospital from complications of COVID, and leaves behind a wife and three girls. So please keep them, good family, in their prayer.
Yeah. What else going on? Busy.
It has been crazy. They started trials this week, and I think there's 240 cases pending for trial, and so.
And how much of this is a carryover from?
Oh, most all of it is a carryover from last year.
Because I know when Gunnar DeLay was here, we had breakfast and Mickey Pendergrass. He said, I think there's and that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Right. He said there's 140 cases they're trying to pull through, and now it's up to around 200.
I think the number, if I heard the judge right, when we had a jury trial and he announced to the, thanking the jury for being there, and I believe he said there was roughly 240.
Yep.
Now I don't know if that was just here or the whole district across. Where the the 14th judicial district runs, here to Harrison. So
let's talk crime. What we were talking about that. Let's say there's 243 cases.
Right.
Come on, mind the law, people. I mean, really?
Well, it's typically, and when you talk about, you have misdemeanor cases and felony cases. You got, of course, district court and circuit court, but district court, that's where your domestic violence most of the time ends up there. Your traffic tickets, or that a lot of those are misdemeanors, and so that's where that court goes. Circuit court is your more serious felonies, and we're up close to 500 cases here in Baxter County every year. The last 2 or 3 years is just.
What's the most major crime?
Well, it's drug related, and I say that. Most of your thefts. I can't say all of them, but most of your thefts and burglaries and have to do with drugs and supporting habits and things like that. So your forgery cases and all that, it wreaks havoc upon the victim. Of course, we've talked many times about we try to fight for the victim and get money back for them, etc. After the case, but a lot of that stuff can't be replaced. They steal something that's an heirloom, or something that's very sentimental. You'll never get that back, and so even if we do manage to get some money returned to the victim. It's not the same. Plus, let's face it, in their mind, they've been violated. So, I hear sometimes people say, drugs are a victimless crime, and that could not be farther from the truth. There's, and again, assaults, batteries, domestic violence, all those cases are up. And again, in the majority of them, there's drugs involved.
And once again, I'm going to bring this up. I can't understand why you want that stuff in your bloodstream. Jamie Leach was here a couple weeks ago, worked for First Step, and she's on every 4 to 6 weeks to try to get some help. But the people that are doing this stuff, they don't want the help, in my opinion.
Well,
how do you get into that lifestyle, Sheriff?
And I'll say there are some that want help. It depending on the type of drug, it can be extremely addictive, and we recognize that. But at the same time, and again, I'm certainly no expert, wouldn't even claim to be. I guess my only expertise is 30-some years in this business, but it just seems that these 90-day programs that they put people it does not seem like that it's that successful. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of the experts will march out and tell me that I'm wrong, and certainly not going to claim I'm right. But it, in my opinion, it is those treatment programs that are 6 to 9 months long are much more successful. So the question is, do we continue to, put these people in the short programs,
right?
Or do we need to, step back? And it goes back again. You got to want the help. Now we've got some local groups here that do a good job. And so if you think about it, and sometimes I have to remind myself, if you had 100 people go in and you only had 10%, 10% sounds terrible, but if you can help, if 10 people, that's a significant number. So
yeah.
Okay, and so
even in baseball, if you're batting 300, it means you're not doing anything 70% of the time.
Correct. So again, you got to. I'm a firm believer. You got to keep trying. You got to help the people that want to help themselves, and that to me. But and that's why typically forcing someone, at least
but
again
with all of the preliminary programs like the DARE program. All of my boys went through that. Outstanding program. But still, when you come through, what grade do they start that? Fifth grade?
Fifth grade.
Fifth grade. So you got 7 years basically to know about the DARE program, but yet why even try? If you've got the education and why even start?
Well, again, goes back to...
Is it peer pressure?
Well, I think it's peer pressure. Part of it maybe, and you've got their lifestyles at home, and a lot of these kids, that's what they see every day. And you've got parents. Again, I want to repeat, I'm not talking about 100% of the folks, right, because you can be good parents and have kids that turn out bad, and you can have bad parents and kids turn out good. So you can't. But let's face it, if you're around that environment, all the time, 24/7, it becomes a norm. And so why not? And we hear horror stories of parents that's giving their kids drugs at 10, 11, 12 years old. And so it is the drug industry, if you will, it wreaked havoc across America.
I was listening to the radio this morning driving in, and I don't know, it was 6:15 or so, and I don't know if I had KTLO or one of the others, but there was a news report. The fentanyl comes in out of China.
Yeah, and it's coming in and by the truckload, and
And you told me like cofentanyl. This is a year or so ago. You said cofentanyl is 10 times more
powerful than fentanyl.
Powerful than fentanyl.
It's carfentanil.
Carfentanil.
Yeah. And it's 10 times more potent than fentanyl. And that is extremely deadly. So again, it's I don't know, escape from reality, whatever, but I can't express enough from what we see. It is not a victimless crime. And maybe if it was, I'd certainly have a different attitude. But when we see all the people that get hurt physically, and then of course, things from thefts to you name it, it's certainly not a victimless crime.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question. I'm trying to think. Is it I'm going to pick on the guys. Is it a male self-esteem? Let's imagine, somebody 25 to 35 years old. They really don't have any certain job set skill. They might be able to do a few things halfway, but they just don't feel like they can go out and work. Is it a self-esteem issue, or they escape from reality? I'm fortunate enough to know how to fix a few things.
And I don't know the answer to that, Dale. I guess it's just because of the way I was raised. And again, I had good parents. And if you think about it, I could have easily made a wrong choice or turned out differently. Okay. a lot of it is about choices, and that's what we try to teach in the DARE program is the choices. The choices that you make have consequences.
Program in the schools.
Yes, yeah. So those are again, but it's. A lot of these, I mean, to me, we were taught to work. I mean, you didn't get anything for free. I don't care if you worked in the garden or you worked on, whatever it was, you did. We picked blackberries, to make a little money. And then that's just what you did. And so I was working. A little
coaster wagon where you picked up the Pepsi bottles to take them down to get the 3 cents back.
Yeah. 3 cents. 3 cents. Man, you must be young. You must be young because it was 2 cents when I was doing it. So,
really?
So, we'd go up and down the road ditches picking up bottles so that we go.
Coke and Pepsi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and turn them in so we could get a little bit of money. And but again, you worked.
Well, sure.
And so.
Dad had built this when we lived in St. Clair County, Illinois, and he'd built this little go-kart. It didn't go very fast, but we threw a rod on one of the engines. And he says, well, you're going to have to save your money. He just didn't go out and buy an engine. We worked and saved. Back then, a Briggs & Stratton 3-horse was $52 at Hood's in East St. Louis.
Yeah.
So we saved our money and we bought an engine. You worked for it.
Exactly. And yet you look around, all the help wanted signs all over this town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, we're experiencing the same thing. I can't find people to work. Mm-hmm. We get we get very few applications.
Yeah.
Offered a job to an actually certified officer who's working somewhere else, and they would have had to take a $5.50 cut in pay, an hour cut in pay, to come to work for us. So it's just, and since you brought it up, and I'm going to blame you on this soapbox, but it goes back to the extra stimulus money, the COVID, whatever you want to call it, where they gave the extra $600 and then $300 on top of your unemployment. Typically unemployment was for a short period of time.
Yeah.
You get a percentage of your paycheck. And I don't remember if that was 75 or 80% or whatever it was. You get so they came out, and I don't blame them for saying we're going to try to help. So we'll give you 100% of your check. Okay. But now we're going to give you $600 on top of that. Right. So here, because my employees are considered essential workers, they have to come to work. We never closed our doors. We never did anything. We have to stay open. Their next door neighbor is sitting home and making an extra $600 a week because they can sit home while our staff has to come to work.
That's standard pay.
Yeah. So why, again, if you want to give some extra money, because let me back up a second. So my staff is having to drive to and from. They've got meals that they're having to eat out. And not just my staff. Think about just the general people at work. They're having to drive to and from work, so they're using gasoline, they're eating out. So they've got an expense, their clothes that they wear, keeping them clean. And yet they're getting their standard check while their neighbor, who gets to sit at home, gets an extra $600 on top of that, that does not have those expenses.
Yeah.
They should have been paying the extra, if they were going to the people that were working as an incentive to go find a job and get to work. Sorry, you asked for it. You got my soapbox. So
no, I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean,
I was an essential worker when I was over at Ultimate. We had to go to work. We didn't get any extra. Hazard pay. It should have. I could rant about that one. I thought that was a mistake.
And I think, is there not another bill in the special session concerning that unemployment? Are they working on that? Have you heard of?
Well, of course, Arkansas opted out,
Yeah.
and then a judge ruled that we couldn't opt out, basically, and that case is being appealed because what he said is the governor couldn't. And again, as I understand it, the governor opted out, and I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
And so. But then the judge said, no, the governor didn't have the authority to opt out. The legislators should have done it. So that case is being appealed to the Supreme Court. But in the meantime, if they can get the legislators to officially opt out.
So it's still getting paid out because it's running through the court system.
Right.
And that's why nobody's going back to work.
Well, I guess there's a difference of opinion, but in my opinion, it certainly does not help when you're paying somebody extra money to sit home.
Right.
What's my incentive to go to work?
Right.
And I'm just going to throw one other little pot. And I know I'm going to get myself in trouble here. I'm always for helping people that need help. But there are benefit programs out there, whether that's what do they call it, SNAP, or where you get. We used to call it food stamps and things like. But where you get assistance, and I can tell you, some of my employees qualify for some of that. That's how low their pay is. Well, now everybody's raising their pay up because they can't find workers, so they're having to pay more. Well, just think about this. So I've seen 2 or 3 just this week where they're talking about they're going to start them out at $15 an hour because they can't find workers. Well, if I do the math right, I think that now no longer qualifies you for those programs. And if that's the case, well, why would I want to go to work if I'm going to lose the programs I'm getting?
Right.
No, goodness.
Now,
the Amobius
I'm sure I will get phone calls on that, but again, that's part of
Yeah.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I wish they would have done what Trump wanted, was to suspend the income tax for people that were still working.
Correct. Now you've incentivized people to go to work.
Yep.
Exactly.
But they didn't want to do that.
No. We better grab a break. What's it say, 7:36? We're going to take a break more with the sheriff right after this.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
At Letty's
7:39, more with the sheriff. What else do we need to cover, sir?
Oh, I got a question. Did they catch the vandals that's been breaking windows and
Yes,
stuff?
they did.
Excellent.
They did. A lot of vandalism happened both in the city and the county, and they did catch them. They were juveniles.
Okay.
But they did.
And the reason for breaking windows was?
Well, they thought it was fun and funny and.
Sounds like Ernest T. Bass.
No, well, I don't know about that, but it's Well, good, because my daughter knew 3 of the girls' cars that got smashed, the back window smashed out. And at first I was sitting there thinking, well, maybe there was somebody that had a vendetta against some girls. But then it was people she didn't know.
Right.
So, yeah. She's like, we need to get cameras for the house, Dad.
Nothing better to do, so we break some windows. Boy,
Yeah.
I think it's expensive.
I'm glad you caught them. It seems to be the trend with y'all, with Sheriff's Office and the police department. It doesn't take long, and they're going to catch you.
Well, I am really proud of the law enforcement, and when you look at the solve ratio, if you will, and let's face it, there's certain crimes that's not going to get solved. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
and we have to recognize that. But when you look at the solve ratio, and again, city, county, and I'm talking all of us here, not just, I mean, Mountain Home, but Gassville, Cotter, Lakeview, the whole.
Yeah.
The solve ratio is extremely high when you compare us to nationwide, and so very, very proud of the people. But the detectives, most of the detectives have a workload of about 40 plus cases at any given time.
Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah.
So it's difficult. And then, so you think about it, trials are going on this week, so you typically have to pull those detectives out to have them sit in court.
Right.
I know on Tuesday I sat in court from about 10 till about 10, roughly 10 in the morning, and I got home about 11 o'clock that night.
No,
Wow.
come on.
They
Okay.
run that long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been there times when jury, I mean, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. So, so you begin pulling them out of what they're doing to have them
Right. basically
basically sit there and testify. And sometimes they can testify and be released. Sometimes they can't be released, so they sit there. One of the, I was back, and one of the detectives testified early, but they kept him there in case they needed a rebuttal witness to put him back. So he sat there. I mean, he left the same time to go home as I did. So, and then if you have something major happen, okay, homicide or something like that, well, now you pull several off to go work that case, and so now that you just get further and further behind. So, and they're on call
24/7.
24/7. So,
Even on Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day and all the holidays. Oh, my goodness.
yeah, we've worked. I mean, this has been several years ago, but we worked a homicide on Thanksgiving Day, and I responded, and it was myself and one of our detectives, and then one of the state police, and we worked in a homicide on Thanksgiving Day.
What year was that? A couple years ago?
No, it's been probably 8
Really?
to I don't know, 8 to 10 years ago. And then we had, I remember Christmas Eve that went on Christmas Eve into the night. So you think about it, you're supposed to be with your family, you think, but no, because it was a major issue. I mean, we had a double murder suicide. So that went all through the evening and into the next day and Christmas Day and so on and so forth. And again, you're away from your family. So
Right.
And this is some of the sacrifices law enforcement has to put up with to be law enforcement. Where would we be without? We'd be in a mess.
Well, look at some of these cities right now.
Look at Portland.
Where are
Oregon.
we, without
Portland.
wanting to kick them out? Yeah.
What's
Their murder rates is up, thefts up, everything. And they have no problem with it? I don't understand
But
that.
now, here's what I want to bring out right now is every Monday when Bob Zador is sitting right in that chair talking about This Week in Real Estate, he has quality of life.
Right.
One reason for quality of life is that man right there, because when he took this office, 20 years ago?
17 years
17
ago.
years, okay. We're going to fight crime. We're going to fight drugs. He's still doing it.
Right.
And this is why you have very successful real estate transactions in this area because of outstanding law enforcement. And there's an example right here.
Well, quality of life. I mean, what
Right.
he's saying. I mean, because if you look at what we have, it's easy for me to focus on crime and law enforcement because that's my job. If you worked in the medical field, you would focus on that because that's
Right.
where you. So school systems the same work, but when you step back and you look at the big picture, what I call the 1,000-foot view, and you look at the quality of life, and you combine what an incredible medical facilities we have with the hospital and all the specialists and doctors, and then when you look at the school systems, that we have 3 schools, Norfolk, Cotter, and Mountain Home, that constantly win academic awards and sports, etc. And then you look at the college, and then again you look at the law enforcement, and when you look at all of that. What an incredible quality of life we have here. I call it God's country, and
but let me add to that. Okay, so you're a medical professional at Baxter Regional. Okay, what if you get off work at 2 a.m. in the morning? You really don't worry about going to that parking lot because it's a long walk.
Right.
From 5th floor, 4th, whatever floor. You don't have to worry. Literally.
Sure.
This is not West Memphis.
Right.
So, you can go to Walmart at 9:30 at night I don't know what the hours are now, but I wouldn't do that in West Memphis. I probably wouldn't do it in Paragould. I don't know how, but I'm just saying, what he just said between the college and the hospital and the schools, we have safe schools because of the programs from law enforcement.
Right. As I always said, like when I would stop at a convenience store and run inside, I usually don't lock my door.
Don't do that. Lock your car.
Lock your car. But anywhere else that I go outside of town, I mean, I'm going to Walmart or something, but if I can see my truck and
Well, and I'm just going to admonish you a little bit because if you go back, we had a rash of car break-ins 2 years ago when it was over 100. Everyone but one was unlocked. But they were caught on cameras on some of them pulling door handles.
Just to see?
Just to see. Yeah. And when it was locked,
they kept going.
They kept it going.
Yeah.
There was and this goes back more than 10 years ago. There was a business, and I won't pick on the business, but a big box store type business. Yeah. And they'd had several cars broken into. And they had they caught them on camera. There was 2 people. One was driving. One was walking in between the cars. And all they were doing, going down pulling door handles. Less than 20 seconds.
Right.
Never spent any more than 20 seconds in a car. And the amount of stuff they stole, money, check, guns, cash, cameras, you name it. But 20 seconds, you think about it, that's not very long.
Right.
So all you had to do was lock your car.
Right.
And you weren't a victim.
Yeah.
Bob Zadora actually coined a phrase. He won't take credit for it, but don't volunteer to be a victim.
Right.
Lock your car. I mean, you think about it, it takes just a second, and now does that mean it's a guarantee? No.
Right.
But most of the time, they're looking for an easy target.
Last time you said 20 seconds just passed. That's how fast it is.
Right.
And going back, even in years past, we don't have a lot of stolen vehicles here. I mean, we do, but I can't remember. I don't know that I can remember a single case where the keys weren't left in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, lock your.
You don't have a lot of hot-wired vehicles.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you think about it. So your car gets stolen.
Yeah.
And then way back 30 years ago, we had a foot chase, and I've chased a guy in snow and ice, and he ultimately got away. Okay, and so as it turns out, he stole a car here in Mountain Home. Mm-hmm. It was left unlocked with the keys in it. He ran out of gas somewhere up north of Gainesville, walked into somebody's front yard, stole another car, okay, keys in it, then went up by Kansas City, wrecked, stole another car. Again, every one of these, and they finally caught him somewhere, I think it was in western Kansas.
Goodness.
But every one of those the keys were left in the car. So
I don't my keys, but
so I go back.
Yeah, see, I got my keys in my
pocket. lock your car, take your keys. I mean, that's
simple as that. Avoid the crime. 749, come up with 750. Last break, be right back.
Mexican restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because I don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
$7:52, finishing out the program with Sheriff John Montgomery. We've covered quite a bit of ground. What else today? What you needed to through the auxiliary? I mean, needs right now.
We're, overall we're in pretty good shape. There's obviously lots of things. There's a shortage of ammunition is a quick example. We even are struggling getting it, and so we have to qualify periodically for the deputies to do that, and obviously want to have a stockpile on hand. But we're difficult there. We're fortunate to hire some officers, but we've still got some openings, and of course you have to outfit those officers, when you hire them. But we had a couple people step up and wrote checks and paid for the guns that the new officers needed: rifles, shotguns, pistols. We're in pretty good shape. What I would call that the public can help us with. Certainly, we always take any kind of donations that come in. But right now the biggest thing we're hurting on is pay for the employees. I mean, we lose employees. Lost one, went from us to the city for about a $5,000 pay raise. Lost another one, decided to go drive a truck. Lost another one that decided to go in another line of business because when you can go work at McDonald's, and while the benefits aren't as good, and I agree with that, but when you can go to work at McDonald's right now for about $2.50 to $3 an hour more than we pay, and a lot of the young people aren't looking at the benefits when they're young. I mean, they're looking at money.
Right.
So we're struggling there. That's the biggest struggle.
So what's the answer? I mean,
Well, and we seriously, the Quorum Court is truly recognizes the problem, and we've got a plan in place that we're working through right now. And
they're normally pretty good with working with you on that.
We've got a great quorum court, and they truly recognize. I've had several of them come to me, and in recent times, again, one of the plans we're working on, I met one-on-one with each one of the quorum court members to go over, and they'll be voting for the first time. They have to vote on it 3 different meetings, but this come next Tuesday will be the quorum court meeting, and they'll vote on our plan. Number 1, they still got 2 more meetings to vote on it, but we think that will be a help. I mean, we'll see when we get there, but again, their willingness to work with us has been great.
That's awesome.
And I'll say this while we're on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Again, if you're listening and you live in Baxter County, I cannot express enough how fortunate we are. When I hear the horror stories, and I talk to sheriffs and other elected officials in other parts of the state, and the infighting and backstabbing and all of that stuff that goes on with the elected officials, we don't have that here. We have a great group of elected officials. We meet once a month to discuss issues and problems and try to come up with solutions, and that starts all the way from County Judge Mickey Pendergrass down, again, Teresa Smith, the collector, and Jamie Nicholson, the assessor, and Kanda Reese, the clerk, and Janae Mize, the treasurer. I mean, work together. I mean, it really is nice. And every time I hear horror stories, I just am so thankful at the group that we have.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. Wow, good group. Makes a big difference.
It does make a big difference. Mm-hmm. And again, we don't necessarily always agree, but we work it out.
Right.
And that to me is the big thing.
Right. Seems to be a big problem in the country right now is that nobody can agree on anything. It's everybody's just fighting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's no debate.
It's good that the court
you're either
supports
thinking my way or no way.
Exactly.
So it's great to hear that you all can compromise and come together.
Exactly. Yeah. And again, meeting once a month. And sometimes we meet more often if there's a big issue come up. But, I mean, we meet once a month just to go over what's – because each one of us from different times will have issues that will pop up, and so how can we work through this? And, again, you think about it, we're here to serve the public. That's our whole purpose is to serve.
It costs money to do that.
It does.
Yeah.
So –
Interesting. Well, it's good to hear that the court – we got a good quorum court. But – keep in mind, though, Sheriff, you have to work with state police, highway police, city police, both Cotter, Mountain Home,
Lakeview,
Norfolk,
Briarcliff.
Briarcliff has?
Yeah, they have a city marshal.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yep.
Very good.
Wow. So, how are your vehicles? Vehicles doing pretty good?
We are in the best shape that we have been since I've been here.
Good. What are you driving now? They're using Ford Explorers now, or are you back with the Chargers?
The patrol deputies use the Chargers. CID uses the Ford Explorers, and then our transport vehicles, meaning the jail staff basically, they're driving the Ford Explorers. And so we ended up, we made a decision. We had a horrible time. You couldn't get new vehicles. I mean, there were just, with all of the crap that happened last year, couldn't get them. So we finally ended up making a decision. And we had to do this years ago when we were in such bad shape. But Missouri and Kansas both have a fleet program. They turn their vehicles in at 45 to 50,000 miles and get a brand new vehicle. And when you think about it, the warranty basically runs out, and they're turning it in, getting a new vehicle. Well, we buy those used vehicles at 45, 50,000 miles. And it's 60 cents on the dollar. I mean, I'm just kind of a round number. So what that allowed us to do is to get a few extra vehicles for the dollars that the quorum court allocated. So
that's good.
We're in as good a shape as we've been. And now, having said that, we got to start. We'll start replacing some of those ones that we replaced 5 or 6 years ago, because now those miles are up, where we're going to have to. But it's been nice.
It's good.
I'm telling you, because we've
It's
driven such. When you
200,000 mile cars. Yeah.
Oh
Keep
no, that's
going.
low. No. It's 250 to 3.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's sad when you see two vehicles on the
30 seconds.
2 vehicles on the back of the same tow truck. Two of you, when you see it go by and you got 2 deputy cars on the same tow truck, I mean, that's not good. So, but anyway, we're in good shape, and I appreciate the Corn Corps for doing that.
There you go. It's so good to hear good, positive stuff, in a job like this, and it's good, positive stuff, and we appreciate John Montgomery for being sheriff, 17 years now?
Something like that.
And I tell you what.
17 going on 100.
It flies by.
Fully support our sheriff's office and all policemen. We're out of time. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you all on Monday.
All right.
All right. Have a great day.